and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tech Showdown. My name is Kevin. My co-host Teddy's, he had a big night last night, guys, so he's a bit tuckered out right now. And today we're doing a case review, and we're checking out this guy right here. It's the Define R6, Fractal Define R6. So this is obviously my personal rig, and this is the case I decided to go with it for. So let's work from, we'll do this side first, the left hand side of the case if you're looking at it from the front. So of course I actually built my rig into this, and I've been using it for the past week, so I've got quite a bit of experience already with this case in terms of what it's like to use and actually live with. Installing everything was just fine. Motherboard and that, the motherboard mounts actually come pre-installed, so that's really nice, and everything about it is relatively standard. You see the power supply down here is in an enclosure, but it's quite good the way they do it, and you can easily put through your cables and all of that stuff without too much issue. The only thing that's a bit non-standard is the fact that you have this big panel here. Obviously you can undo that and pull this off, but you can actually push this entire panel back if you want to as well. You don't need to keep it sort of right up the front here. So that is something you can do if you don't like it. I personally like it. It's sort of like, it hides all the cables. It does look good, so I don't really have an issue with it, but other people may want to push it back. And you can still mount a front mounted radiator with it like this if you really wanted to. So going around the back, really all you have is your standard 140mm fan. That's pretty standard there. Most cases come with it now, and all your I/O and stuff like normal. Now you will see here, so you can mount a vertical GPU. So you get a riser, put it here, and then mount the GPU so facing this way. So that does look a lot cooler. Obviously it'll make the GPU look better in the case. This is a glass panel which goes here, but it's not very good. I wouldn't recommend you guys do it unless you're entering your PC into like a show or something, because it really suffocates the GPU. There is a bit of a gap there between the fans and the glass, but it's not much, and you'll find that your GPU's kind of choked a bit, so I definitely wouldn't recommend doing that. Let's go around to the front then. So we see up top in terms of the front I/O, pretty standard stuff here. Headphone mic, reset power, and then two USB 2.0s and two USB 3.0s. Now you can get this with a USB Type-C if you want, but that's like an optional extra. Let's go down here to the front. So there's this soundproofing on the front panel here. That's quite good. You can switch this. I mean, mine obviously opens from the left because my computer sits to the right of me. You just undo these and switch them over. It's very, very easy. You have a drive bay up the top if you want to put something in there. I put in my Blu-ray drive, and then you have this nice dust protector mesh material. If we pull down here, we can pop this guy out, I believe. There we go. It's a little bit difficult to do it one-handed, but there you go. So this is quite good there, and then we see behind you just have your two 140mm fans there. So all quite standard, and to chuck it back in it's quite easy, although it's a little bit funny to do it one-handed, but there you go. Now down the very bottom there, just like on the Define R5, you have another dust filter. You just pull down in here. Oh, there we go. And that's one that runs the entire length of the base of the case, which is good if you want to mount, say, a radiator on the bottom or something like that. So I really like the front. If you're worried about how it intakes, so it actually intakes down the sides here. So that's quite good, and I haven't noticed any restrictions in airflow or anything like that, although the case is very new, so we'll probably need some more time to see if that's really an issue. Here we are on the other side of the case, the ugly side, the cable-y side of it. And we see quite a few things I like. The first one being a big cutout here. This makes it a lot easier, obviously, to mount CPU coolers and things like that. Another thing I really like, this fan controller here. So basically what you do here is you mount all your system fans on this side, you put in your 4 pins on this side, then you use this cable here, run that round to your CPU fan header on your motherboard. This is a 4-pin, and you can control your fans like that, which is really cool. Very straightforward. You just power it down there. See this cutout right here. So yeah, pretty easy. Drives wise, the drive bays are really cool. You could mount all these at the very bottom if you wanted to, but I just had them up top here, just because of the way I did my cables. So yeah, that's quite cool. Mounts really easy. You can make these closer together if you want, you see, but you know, I spaced them out a little bit. Just something I felt like doing. Yeah, it's just the way I do it. You can also mount SSDs here if you really want to. See my power supply underneath there. All the cables nicely hidden. You can run it up. They got these nice straps here. There's more that you can use if you really want to as well. I just use twisty ties because I'm always changing things out, and it's just easier for me to use them. Use a big one here to assemble everything together. But I mean, I'm not trying to make the case as pretty as it could be because, you know, I'm always switching things in and out. There's really no point in me making it all nice and pretty because I'm always pulling things out and changing things around, so it just would be pointless because I use this as my main test system as well. Now as far as radiators go, you can go up to a 360 on the front if you really want to go crazy with that. That would probably be the place I would recommend doing it if you're wanting to keep that panel in the front, because if we look up top, so it's obviously got a cover on right now, you press this button here and it'll pop up. Then you get your finger under and you can see. So these actually separate, these two. So this is a dust filter and the top, but separating them is a real pain. So I'm not going to bother with that because it's just an absolute pain to separate those two. However, with it out, you can see all the mounting options. So you could mount like a 240 or a 280 without too much trouble. But you see, going forward, even if I didn't have my drive in there, there's going to be a little bit of a conflict. If I can get the angle right, you guys can see. Yeah, with that front. So you see it doesn't go all the way to the front there, and that's going to cause you some problems. So ideally, if you're going to try do a 360, I would say chuck it in the front, move your drives around the back, or do something else with them. Mount them to the floor, or you could move that panel back and then mount them on the back side here. That would be another thing to do. But if you just got standard 240mm or something, you can easily mount it in the top. You can separate these two panels as well. See the dust filter on there? So that actually comes apart. You could pull that, the dust filter off, and just run that in the top there, and then that would be good too, if you wanted to do that, for example. So what is my final opinion on the Fractal Define R6? Well, honestly guys, this one is a winner, and this is a really good case. I would recommend it to all of you guys. It's just really nice. I'd say the key word with the Define R6 is versatility. You can pretty much mount a radiator wherever you like. You could mount one on the bottom, you could mount it on the front, definitely, and on the top. You can move the drives around. There's just so much versatility with this case. The other thing I really like is it's quite neutral. You could put any sort of themed build in this and it would look really good. You know, a lot of cases now are super gamery. I mean, it still looks good even with the brown Noctua fan in there on that Noctua cooler I'm running right now. Yeah, I mean, it just looks nice. I really like the look that way, especially with so many cases now going for that super gamery look with all the lighting and stuff. It just looks terrible. Where this one looks awesome. You can, you know, really hot it up if you wanted to, but for the most part, with people looking for a really more subtle case, this one's going to be fine for you as well. So yeah, versatility is the name of the game with this one, and I would recommend it to you guys. If you're looking for a mid-tower case, definitely take a look at the Define R6, because this is a really good case. It comes with everything you need. I really can't ask for more in a case, to be perfectly honest. As a system builder, it's really good, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I enjoyed making it and I enjoyed building with this system. As always guys, I thank you for watching the video. Let me know in the comment section down below, have you used a Fractal case before, and what was your experience with them? I'd really like to know. Now please subscribe to Tech Showdown if you haven't already, and leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.